We are live. Hello and welcome. I hope you are all doing amazing and you're owning your fantasticness. Say hello, let me know you're here. Of course, as always, I love the interaction. I love the engagement. I love when you ask questions, so humor me. So say hello, let me know you're here. So we feel like there's a two-way path going on here. So give me a hello. And so our topic today, I've kind of touched on it here and there. I've definitely talked about it more in some of the workshops, and some of the talks I've done, but I haven't really gone into this a whole lot in the Facebook Lives. And it's around two of the laws, and it's how to shift our focus away from the law of attraction to the law of vibration. And when you do this, you're going to watch your whole world change. But you really need to put this in practice. And I've done it both ways. When I'm not putting it into practice and things don't show up the way I want. And when I do, it almost feels magical. And I don't use that word a lot, but it is law. So let's dive in. Again, if you're just here, I see a handful of you. Hello, hello. We're going to be talking about shifting your focus from the law of vibration to away from the law of attraction to the law of vibration, so everything can shift in your life. And we've talked about law of vibration sort of here and there, but it's so incredibly powerful. If you haven't noticed, it's one of my favorite laws. It is one of the most powerful laws, but these two really get mixed up, law of vibration and law of attraction, but they're very different. So we're going to debunk some of these myths here. So just to start off, when you hear things, whether it's you, me, or people in general, when we hear things that seem like they're familiar, like law of attraction or something in a completely different industry, maybe you've heard about some other concept or some idea or some notion or some new health fad or whatever, you hear things, and quite often our brains will go, oh yeah, I know that, and we dismiss, or it's we look at it kind of superficially, or oh, thanks for the reminder. And I'm not just talking about here when we're talking about law of attraction, because everyone knows the law of attraction, or oh yeah, thanks for that reminder, law of attraction. But what I want us to do is, because really reminding is reminding, it's like recycling thoughts in our mind. So we're not really going there's no depth there, right? We're just reminding ourselves of conceptual ideas. So it's the sense that we're just recycling. So me as a kid, for sure, my mom used to tease me because I always say, oh yeah, no, I know that, mom. Yeah, I know that. And I was a bit of a know-it-all. So what I want to encourage, rather than us saying, oh yeah, I know that, or oh yeah, thanks for that reminder, I invite you to go deeper with this. When you go a little deeper with these laws, that's when you can actually start practicing them, implementing, integrating, and that's where the shifts happen. So rather than going, oh yeah, I've kind of heard that, or oh yeah, thanks for the reminder, I want you to take it to another level. So because our results don't lie. I don't know how many times I've heard people say, oh yeah, I've heard that, and it doesn't have to be with me, just in general, oh, I've heard that. But it's like, yeah, but your results aren't where you want. So it's like, maybe you heard it, but you haven't really done a whole lot with it. So that's where I invite you to go a little bit deeper, because that's where the rubber meets the road. So if you're just jumping on, say hello, and we're going to be talking about shifting your focus away from the law of attraction to the law of vibration, so things can shift in your world. So if you haven't heard me talk about the laws for a while, universal laws basically govern the universe. There's 7 primary universal laws. There's a lot more. If you were to Google, there's a lot more laws, but they're subsidiary, but they don't govern the whole universe. So these are 7 primary universal laws. And I love them because when you start learning these, they're like cheat sheets, right? And most of us unknowingly violate these laws. And some of you at the workshop, we talked about violating. That's great. So yeah, hello, Dawn, Gwen, Doreen. So we're just talking about how to shift away from the law of vibration away from the law of attraction to the law of vibration. So much law talk. So I used the analogy before of when you think about gravity, right? The law of gravity. You wouldn't go into your kitchen, grab an egg, and just let it go, because there's this thing called law of gravity where you let go of things and it falls to the floor or the ground. And so when we understand, you know, probably go, well, yeah, duh, that's so obvious. But when you master these laws, you wouldn't keep going into the kitchen, grabbing an egg and dropping it, because you understand, oh, there's this thing called gravity, right? When you understand the laws and you apply all these laws, we're just going to talk about these two today, it makes life way easier. The drama goes away. You can start working in harmony. Things start flowing. You can manifest quicker. So the two laws, again, are law of attraction, law of vibration. So let's talk about law of attraction first. I'll be really blunt. Law of attraction, as amazing as it is, it's an amazing law. It's been oversimplified. It's been totally bastardized and totally commercialized. And when the movie The Secret came out way back when, it was amazing because it really got people thinking. There was a consciousness like, oh, wow, there's this thing called law of attraction. Oh, wow, maybe I'm more powerful than I think. Like it raised our vibration and it got people thinking. But it was definitely oversimplified, overpromised, and people were perplexed. It was like, well, wait a minute, things aren't really falling into place for me. So it's not just a matter of what, you know, The Secret, or I don't want to bash The Secret. The Secret was amazing, but it's just this idea is that, oh, think what you want and it'll just manifest. Well, no, it doesn't work that way. The law of attraction is the secondary law. It's the secondary law. It basically says like attracts like, right? It's no different than if I have, you know, two magnets, right? They just attract. Why? Because they are vibrating at the same frequency. They have the same vibration. It's like two miserable people, right? Like attracts like. Misery loves company, right? Like attracts like. So that's the law of attraction. It's actually quite simple. All the laws are actually quite simple. So law of attraction is just like attracts like. Let's talk about the law of vibration. And with the law of vibration, it's the one you want to focus on because it's the primary law. Everything in the universe, everything vibrates, right? You know that, right? Everything vibrates, whether it's my pen, my phone, my mouse, everything vibrates. So things vibrate, you vibrate, I vibrate, we all vibrate. I gotta be careful how I'm this terminology, but you get what I'm going with this, right? Our emotions, they have a vibration, right? So we're just different frequencies, different vibrations. People, we're lighter than, we're not as dense as a table. So we have a higher vibration, a higher frequency. Our emotions, joy, love, appreciation, beauty, those have a higher vibration, where anger, hate, guilt, shame, jealousy, all those have a lower vibration, right? So if we're practicing feeling anger, we're angry, we're feeling not so good about ourselves, that the secondary law brings you anger. But there's less activity, there's less going on with the law of vibration. It just happens, right? So it's the vibrational piece that you really want to tune into, right? So if you're feeling joy, like it takes a conscious effort, like, I mean, not always, you can just feel joyful, but if you want to move into being a conscious creator, you want to consciously choose and be aware of the law of vibration, so you can choose a better feeling thought. Law of attraction, the secondary law, just brings that vibration to you. So it's the law of vibration that you really want to hone into. Are you with me with this? Say you're with me. Put with me in the comments, so I know I'm not talking to myself here. We're always vibrating, and it's our vibration that dictates what we attract. So there's two very, very distinct laws. So the law of attractions, like attracts like, it's the vibration you want to pay uber awareness to, right? We send out our vibration. We have thoughts, which turn into our feelings and our vibration. We send them out, and then we'll take action based on how we're feeling, and that gives us the results. So we send out that vibration. That is the primary one. You're with me? Yes, thank you. With me. So right now, boom, let's put this into practice. So far, this is more conceptual stuff. So right now, tune in. What are you experiencing? What are you vibrating at? What are you feeling right now? Just put it in the comments. Like tune in. This is practice, right? Maybe you're just feeling mellow. Maybe you're feeling, mentally stimulated. Maybe you're feeling curious. Maybe you're feeling excited to implement. Like just anything right now. Like what is it you're feeling? Like, and how often do you do this? How often do you go, oh, like how am I consciously choosing to show up in this moment? Right? So when it comes to consciously creating your life, what do you want? What is the feeling you want? How often are you feeling this? And most of us are probably going to go, oh yeah, like I understand these concepts, but I'm actually implementing it. So let's break this down. So if you want to put this into practice right now, think of something you'd like. And I know you guys know this, but it's the rubber meets the road. It's the implementation. So right now, think about something that you want to create in your life or have in your life or manifest. Right? And you can share it. Oh, relaxed. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Just right now, think of something you want to have, create, manifest, bring into your physical reality that you don't currently have. Right? I know we've touched on this before, but truly, how does that feel? And you can write that down. Write that down right now. Like for me, and there's a saying, name it to claim it, right? Or name it to claim it. So name it, right? So how do you want to feel once you have this? For me, it would be celebratory, gratitude, the sense of elation, accomplishment, connection. And for me, I think I might have shared the story before. I don't know, maybe here, but I remember I was working towards this certain accomplishment, and it wasn't really coming to fruition. It wasn't really happening. And then I remember just going, okay, like I really haven't felt this. And at the time, I didn't really understand law of vibration. Like I understood it conceptually, but I didn't put it into practice. And it was the first time I had a huge, like it connected for me. I'm like, whoa, I sat down and I actually felt the feeling. Like I went there in my mind. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a done deal. Like this is a done deal. And I knew without a shadow of a doubt, like I experienced it in my body. I experienced it in my body. And you need to have that experience in your body, in the vibrational, feeling the frequency in your body. It is, when you feel that, the like attracts like happens. I really want you to get that. It's not like, oh, I'm going to sit down and feel happy now. It's like, how does that experience? What is the exact vibration that you need to experience? And so I had been, it wasn't coming to fruition. It wasn't coming to fruition. It wasn't coming to fruition. I sat down and went, oh, wow. And I just took it to another level. And it happened for me within a couple days, 3, 4, 5 days, something like that, within a week. And so I've had countless times where this has happened. I just had a recent, very cool manifestation. I'm not going to go into it right here, but it was such an awakening that it's like, oh yeah, I talk about this, I teach this, but wow, like that's really cool. It still shocks me every time. And then of course I get out of the groove and then it's like, it's not working. And then, so it's a constant practice. It's a constant practice. I want success in my business. So how does that feel? Dawn, confidence. How does that feel? Experience it in your body. Experience it in your body. Like go there. You can say, well, I'm not feeling confident, or I'm not feeling the success. But that's where we got to close our eyes, go within and actually have that experience and start using your higher faculties. How does it feel? Visualize and bring it into your body. And the more evidence you start getting, the more you start affirming it in your nervous system. But you need to go there. You need to start experiencing it as if. It was about like 4 or 5 years ago. I went to Tony Robbins. It was with my daughters too. And he did a 4-hour presentation. I think it was supposed to be like a 2-hour presentation. It ended up being like 4.5 hours. And that's how he works. But he's just a big giver with his knowledge. And he didn't talk about law of vibration, but he did talk for 4.5 straight hours. And it was on one thing for 4 hours. Choose to live in a beautiful state. And it was remarkable because it's like, wow, like he just talked a long time about one very profound topic. Like it sounds like, oh, live in a beautiful state. But this is the exact sort of thing we're talking about right now with the law of vibration, right? So are you matching it? How often do you're tuning in, right? So you need to tune that in. And a lot of times people say, yeah, but Janine, you don't understand. Like, I'm not really feeling that. Like, I'm not really, how do I go and just feel that? Because you don't understand, because my friend or my colleague, or I lost my job, or my health is poor, or whatever it might be, because how can I just go feel that? I'm not saying to dismiss that. And I did one on I can't remember the title, but feeling it to heal it. But we're never dishonoring how we're feeling in the moment. So if we're not feeling it and we're feeling kind of icky, honor the ickiness and then move to that better state. Because you never want to suppress that, right? And you never want to indulge in it. You want to find in the middle, I talked about this before, is where ego dies. So you just want to honor how you're feeling and then move on to that higher vibration, that higher state. And the beautiful thing is we get to choose, right? As humans, we get to choose how we want to feel. Animals can't do that, right? Other organisms can't do that. We get to choose. Most people don't choose. So I'll be really blunt. Most people don't put this into practice. And it is so easy to put into practice. Easy to do, easy not to do. And I think most people don't because they say they don't have the time, or they don't really believe it works. But when you start doing the practice and you start seeing the connection, it will blow your mind, right? I would love to hear, who out there is actually putting this to practice on a regular basis. A lot of the Facebook Lives we've been talking about, like that's the conceptual, and we talk a little bit about how to go away and put it into practice, but it's hard to do this right here, because of the Facebook Live, just the platform, right? But and this is what I actually want to do, I'm going to side tangent here, but I actually want to put together a practice where we actually do the practice together. I'm going to be probably doing that in the fall. Anyways, going on a side tangent. So law of vibration, law of attraction, two very, very different different laws. But you can see why the law of attraction is the primary. Yes? Does that make sense? The law of attraction is the secondary to the law of vibration, right? The law of vibration dictates what you attract. Give me a yes if that makes sense. So focus on your vibration. Start with 2 minutes in the morning, 2 minutes at night, and then if you can, tap in throughout the day. Now, I'm a big morning, putting a practice together in the morning, but it's very powerful to do this at nighttime because you're feeding the subconscious. So 2 minutes at night's really important. Yes, awesome. So, and obviously 2 minutes is good. 3 minutes is better. 4 minutes is even better. But if I would say 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at night, it might just be a little bit too much, right? So I just get the success, just get the wins on something small. So I hope that helps. Law of attraction, law of vibration, two very, very different laws. And it's the vibration you want to focus on. I think it's in the past, they've kind of muddied them and they put them together. So yes. Awesome. So in my workshop, I know some of you have attended, which was great. I'm going to be offering it again. I know some of you know about it, but the law of vibration is the one law I'm going to go into deeper. I'm going to go into a little bit more, not too much science, but it's like the law of the vibration, but also where we bump up against our stuff and how we block ourselves and how we can unblock ourselves. So I'm going to talk about law of vibration, how to create our vibrational goals, and then we're going to actually go into the practicing the vibrational goals. And before we even do that, we're going to identify what that desire is that you really want, so we get a real clear image for you. And we've had amazing, and some of you are on here in here right now, but we had some real amazing stories that happened. A few women right off the top of my head. One woman had 3 different sources of income. It's not just about income or money, but one had 3 different sources of income. Another one had 2 sources of income. So great stories, testimonials. This stuff works. And it's not about me. I'm just a facilitator. But it's when we put into practice, your life is in a completely different place. We just got to keep up the practice. So if you're not where you are in your life or your business and your health, dedicate a Saturday. I make it fun. It goes by really fast. Did it not go by really fast, ladies that are here? It goes by really fast. It's interactive. We do a few breakout groups. But let's learn this once and for all. I would be honored to have you there. It's Saturday, May 29th, 10 to 4. And I will put it in the link. Pop me any questions. Other than that, you guys are amazing, but put this into practice. Law of vibration. What are you practicing on a regular basis? Tune into that. I had one girl, she even, I'm pointing as if I've got a watch on, but I had one girl that would put her alarm on every hour just to remind her, oh yeah, right. So whatever it is, I had another girl who put stickies all over her mirror to remind her. So whatever it is, put it into practice somehow. Yes, super fast. So good. Thank you, Gwen. So have a lovely day. Thank you so much. And you guys have a great week, and we'll see you next week. Okay? Bye-bye.